When pop culture imagines the end of the world, the picture is usually total and permanent devastation. A ruined landscape, human extinction, and an Earth left as a barren rock floating in space. But if you read the original texts of the world's major religions, you find a very different story. Out of 14 major traditions spanning thousands of years, almost none of them end with permanent nothingness. There is a rare mythological exception. In ancient Egyptian belief, the creator god Atum eventually tires of the ordered world and dissolves everything back into the primeval waters of chaos, leaving only himself and Osiris, the god of rebirth. While modern cinema leaves the world in ruins, ancient accounts focus on what happens after the smoke clears. These texts treat the end of the world as a transition rather than a final stop. Exactly how a faith dismantles its world depends entirely on its philosophical geometry. It comes down to whether that culture views time as a straight line or a spinning wheel. Western and Middle Eastern faiths organize reality into a straight line. Time has a definitive beginning, middle, and absolute stop. When time hits that barrier, a cosmic climax triggers an irreversible sorting process, permanently dividing the righteous from the wicked. The Christian Book of Revelation illustrates this clearly. After Jesus returns to defeat Satan and cast him into a bottomless pit, a final judgment permanently assigns souls to either eternal life or a lake of fire. Islamic eschatology features a similar day of resurrection. Here, souls are physically filtered by attempting to cross the bridge of Sirat, stretched over hell. For the righteous, it is wide and walkable. For sinners, it narrows to become thinner than a hair. Zoroastrian belief uses a final cosmic battle to achieve the exact same result. A river of molten metal washes across the earth. The righteous feel it as warm milk, while evil is scorched completely out of existence. This linear finality also drives visions of historical liberation. In Judaism, the end of days focuses on gathering the Jewish people back to Israel and rebuilding the temple in Jerusalem to establish a permanent, earthly messianic age of peace. Rastafarians adapt this linear justice by looking to Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie I. His crowning is viewed as a prophesied trigger for a final judgment that will reverse the historical injustice of the slave trade and gather the lost children of Africa at Mount Zion. In every linear belief system, the apocalypse is the ultimate lock on the door. The clock stops, and justice becomes the permanent state of reality. Eastern, Norse, and indigenous traditions map time differently. They experience time as an endless, repeating loop. The world is never permanently judged. Existence degrades as it turns, reaching a state of decay that requires a complete wash to restart. Hindu cosmology states we currently live in the Kali Yuga, an age of spiritual collapse. Only when morality hits its lowest point will the final avatar, Kalki, arrive to purge the evil and return humanity to a golden age. The Native American Hopi hold a remarkably similar view. They believe humanity is currently in the fourth world, which is nearing its end due to greed and environmental disrespect, all to make way for an awakened, harmonious fifth world. Aztec cosmology describes humanity living under a fragile fifth sun. Previous ages ended in disaster, and this current age requires continuous divine sacrifice to prevent star demons from triggering the next cosmic reset. Even the violent Norse end times, Ragnarok, isn't a true end. After the 9 realms are completely consumed by fire and water, the earth immediately reemerges green, fertile, and ready to be repopulated by human survivors. Within these cycles, the end of the world functions like a cosmic winter, a harsh but necessary preparation for the inevitable spring. Despite their different shapes, the linear sorting of souls and the cyclical purging of ages share a single objective. Both patterns treat the apocalypse as a massive sieve designed to catch and remove the accumulated weight of human corruption. The ancient Iranian religion of Manichaeism illustrates this clearly. Their world-ending fire has a strict purpose: to burn away all physical darkness and release the trapped fragments of divine light inside human souls. Gnostic texts view cosmic upheaval the same way. The stars drifting and the earth shaking are merely the necessary shattering of a flawed material existence, clearing the way for true spiritual perfection. These narratives transformed the terror of the end into a guarantee that suffering is finite. By dismantling a broken world, they clear the foundation for a permanent paradise.